Welcome back to another episode of DFAKTO and the Remnant and Friends. Little cutesy, wootsy, snuggly ones. Today, we're going to be talking about how some people's imagination likes to run a little too wild and believe that there are things that are bad in the world today. But I'm here to tell you, if my name ain't Daisy Ben Yahuwah, and I don't tell you the sweetest things, sweeter than a bag of Skittles, every time I open my mouth, well, that ain't me right there looking at you. Because the world I live in is full of rainbows, unicorns, and patty cakes, and baker's man. And if you want to roll them up and throw them in the pan, well, be my guest. Because we'll tickle your ears and we'll pat you on the tush, and don't you worry about anything. Because why worry when she's just pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, baby. All gas and no brakes. And if what I say is offensive to you, that means you've stepped up to what I've said. The act that I've exposed, you've put that act on you like a jacket, and you have chose to wear it publicly. And if you get upset with me for pointing that act out, because the connection was made between you and that act, there's no one to blame for drawing that conclusion but you yourself. If you think I can talk like I was in the beginning, it took all I had to muster that much up. I want to kick myself in the ass right now for even attempting it. But I had to make a point. And if that gift, that free gift of love that I offered to anyone who wanted it this morning was something that pissed you off, and the only gift you want from me is to shut up and go away, well, today's just not your day. And if you don't want that free gift, and you want to call it anything other than what it is, you didn't need to go to where I was offering that gift. You already took it. You stood in the mirror, whether you realize it or not. And anyone who would stand in that mirror and not see what the mirror is trying to point out is going to see exactly what I just said, that you didn't even have to take the gift. That the mirror exposed something in you that you might not see for yourself. And it don't consider yourself odd, like you're the only one. The whole world is guilty of this. I've been guilty of it. But for some reason, I've been showed that about the world. I saw it in myself, and I was able to correct it. That's the only reason I was able to offer that gift to you. If you see something detrimental in me, something really harmful that I'm doing that could cause me to die, if you don't point that out and let me know, which I'm not doing to you. I haven't come to you, any one person in particular, and said, hey, Bob, you need to knock this off. Hey, Jill, did you notice that this is what I haven't done anything. So whoever comes and shows publicly or shows me that they're offended by me exposing a wicked act, well, I would have never accused you of committing that act, but because you stepped up and willingly put that jacket on, well, I didn't make that conclusion or say that that's what you do. Now you have. Don't be mad at me. And if you are, and now you're saying that I'm accusing you of doing that, buddy or ma'am, we really need to do some self-inventory, because if I have an offense or I have a problem with someone exposing an act and never once putting my name on that, well, I'm going to tell you right now, that means that I'm probably guilty of it. If I'm not, why would it bother me? And if the world sides with you and everyone gangs up on me, that's okay. You can have that company. That's the company I'm exposing, the company that I am not a part of, the reason that company has such a problem with me. And you know what? I've got a reward ahead of me that is of awesomeness, everlasting life. But if you stay in the lane you're in, well, these aren't my words. These are the words of the Bible that you say all day and proclaim it from the mountaintops, that you love and you profess and you say that you are all about, says that you're going to end up in burnt up like twigs. You can say that I said those words, that I'm the one condemning you. No, that doesn't matter. I don't care what you say. I don't care what anyone says. If I was in this doing what I'm doing because I want to make a bunch of friends and I want to just tickle everyone's ears, I wouldn't be doing, you wouldn't be pissed off with me now, would you? But you see, I don't tickle ears. I smack the shit right out of the ears. I don't call anyone out. I point out the obvious wicked act to expose it, to bring light to it. Therefore, if anyone maybe realizes what has been said and maybe that they're doing the same thing, they could maybe start to self-correct. Who am I to say that? I'll tell you. I am someone that's learned from the Most High Abba Yahuwah. Oh, who am I to say that I've learned? I have a mouth and a brain, and I can state the obvious. You don't believe it? Well, tell me why I'm wrong. Show me why I'm wrong. Bet you don't. I bet you won't. I bet if you do say something to me, and you have a problem with what I say, when I asked you why you have a problem, what I said was problematic, I bet all we'll see is the bottom of your Nikes. And if you, because you won't, because you don't know. You don't know. You just, you whatever it is about you has a problem with the light. But guess what? The darkness can't comprehend the light. That's the problem. And the fact that you are in opposition to someone exposing wickedness and darkness is the only evidence one would need to draw the conclusion of why you have a problem. And what really is going to stink your whole profile up is you have been running a campaign on set apartness in Kodesh, but now you have a problem with the exposing of wickedness in dark places. That's gonna make you seen. You will be exposed, and not by my finger, but by your own, to have been a liar, a fake, a poser, a fraud, someone who is not to be trusted. You can trust me, and I'll tell you that because I know myself. If you want someone to tickle your ears, I'm not that guy. You can trust that. You can take that to the bank. If you want someone who could give a rat's ass about how many subs he has, and that's never been any interest to him, and the only interest is doing the will of his Father and following after his Messiah, well, I'm your man. If you want someone to tickle your fancy and tell you everything that you do is something that it's okay if you do it, and tell you all things sweet, like a guy I just saw a minute ago said, if I was here to tell you a bunch of sweet stuff, I'd tell you some sweet ass shit that'd rot your teeth out your mouth. But I love you, see? I have no interest in selling you something harmful. But I have every desire within my being to be a brother's keeper. Does that piss you off? Oh, who am I? I'm exactly who I'm supposed to be, and who you claim to be. Who is standing on the shit? Well, it's not hard to see. Did I name your name? No. You know I could. Lots of them. All kinds of names, because I get this shit every day. The most that I will get accused of is saying the word shit or ass. Well, yeah, I'm guilty of that, yeah. But I'm being told about that from someone who has absolute, obvious, evident hatred in their heart for me and a problem with righteousness and the exposing of wickedness. If all I'm doing is saying shit, man, I'm not doing too bad, I don't think. But look, I don't care if my subscribers goes down to 1. That doesn't mean I don't love all y'all subscribers, because I do. But it's not about the numbers. This is about, if it was about the numbers, you wouldn't want to be on my channel. If you trust a channel or someone speaking because they have a bunch of subscribers more than me, and you laugh at me because I only have the amount that I do, what does that say about you, my friend? I want what's good. I want the truth and the words proceeding from the mouth of my Abba Yahuwah, who gets all esteem, all honor, all praise, all glory, and nothing short of it, every day, all the time. You bet your ass. And if you think I'm gonna just reduce any of it by the slightest, you might want to check yourself and look at the reality, which is not reality, that you're living in, because it ain't never gonna happen. You're barking up the wrong tree. I do love you, though. Yes, I do. And if you ever come to your senses, you'll see that I do, and I always did, and I never did show for a second that I didn't. And who knows? I might be back with another hour of DFAKTO in the remnant and my brother's keeper soon. We'll see. Shalom, shalom.